last video, we have discussed about harness. Okay, harness. So basically, harness is a surface property. You have to measure the penetration about the harness, which is given by external load or internal load. What we given. Okay. So we have discussed about the Vickers, Rockwell harness. So already we have discussed about the Bindle harness and then Noob harness and then Vickers harness. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about fatigue test. So fatigue test which is used to check the safety factor of the any kind of materials. Okay. So for checking, we will be getting the one round rod which is having a 2 mm thick, 2 mm diameter, and then is having 100 mm distance. Okay. I kept the rod in the machine itself, and then we have one DC motor here, which is used to control the rotation of the this kind of supporting parts. Okay, and then we have our spring here. The spring will be given the two kind of loads. One is the reciprocating loads. This reciprocating loads is having getting the input from our round rods. Okay, the round rod will be giving the tension and compressive load. Due to the round rod movement, we will be getting the spring vibration. The spring vibration will be considered about tension compressive load. The spring vibration will be given the load to our source material. We will be getting our mild steel. The mild steel will be getting the tensile load and compressive load, both loads. Okay. So the same two kind of loads will be giving simultaneously. So we have to check the how much counter will be receiving by this kind of mild steel. Okay, so we'll be getting the number of cycles to consider about yield point, and then elasticity, and then plasticity. So we have to start from plasticity also. Plasticity, elasticity, and then yield point, and then ultimate point and breaking point. Okay, so those reading you have to note here. For every point of the SN curve, we have to consider the value of the counter cycles here. For yield strength, we have to consider the counter, and then for the ultimate strength, we have to consider the counter here, and then for the breaking point, we have to check the counter here. Okay, counter here. And then at the point of breaking point, we have to check it out the counter here, and then point will be vary from the breaking point and then ultimate point. Ultimate point will be having the number of cycles will be having compared to the breaking point will be having high much of count. Okay, in breaking point will be having the low much of count. You have to divide the all kind of count here. Okay, and then we have a small kind of motor here. This motor movement like left and right movement. Okay, and it may be a rotation movement. Okay, of the clockwise angle, you'll be getting the compressive load, and the angle of clockwise rotation, the other side, we're getting the tension load. Okay, so both tension load, compressive load, will be getting the two kind of things. Okay, and today we are going to discuss about the impact test procedures. Okay, in last video we have discussed about harness testing procedures and then fatigue testing procedures. Okay, so harness is a kind of surface testing procedures, and then fatigue is a kind of cycle based testing procedures. Okay, we can check it the factor of safety by using our fatigue testing machines. Okay, and then today we are going to discuss about the impact test. It is used to check the toughness of the material. Okay, it's a kind of interior testing process only. Because in a harness test we can check the surface property, but here we can test the interior strength of the material. Okay, and then in basically we can say how much energy can absorb by material by applying the load. Okay. In the equipment we will be having one pendulum, and then we having the one joule scale. One end is a ISR, one is a choppy. Okay. So, and then we have our material mild steel. We should have a dimension range for every ISR and choppy. For the ISR, we have a 75 mm distance material, and then the thickness should be 10 into 10 mm. Okay, 10 into thickness will be 10 into 10 mm. Okay, for the chart B, we should have a 55 mm distance material, and then it should be the length and width will be 10 into 10 mm. Okay, and then you having a one. Having a V notch. One V notch should be have a V notch. Okay, the V notch angle should be 45 degree between the two faces. Okay, and then the V notch end we should have a 2 mm distance between the two faces. Okay, and then we have to fix there our V notch here is bottom of this support, and then we have to kept this pendulum top of this space. Okay, we have to 90 degree and then 180 degree. Okay, and then we have to leave this pendulum from the top and then to the bottom, and it will be getting the strike on the opposite side to our metal part. So for the eyes out, we have to fix the metal likewise vertical. Likewise vertical. Okay, likewise you have to consider, fix here. For the charping, you have to fix the material in horizontal. Okay, when we leave the load, we'll be getting the joule value. Likewise, you will be getting the some moment. Okay, so finally you will be getting the some joule value. It will be how much energy absorbed by the material. You can consider using by these scales. So thank you.